Hello boys and girls, it's Roxors again with a Age of Sigmar Champions gameplay video. Let me just make sure, yeah, alright, cool, settings work. I'm gonna use, just got one of these in a pack, so I got another card back it looks like. Yeah, alright. More skulls, right? They must know I play Chaos. But we're gonna switch it up and play something different. So, if you've watched my other videos, the couple of Chaos decks that I run, or at least the two I showed, made out pretty well. I want to give Order a spin. I'm kind of tinkering. I did some trading. Let's see, Order. And kind of messing with some different decks. This one's pretty straightforward, so we'll start with this one. Kind of just trying to get as many guys on the board as we can, and utilizing Vorrus, who's this guy right here, to restart them all. Setup is typically the same. I try to maximize the knight here, his Ren damage. So we want somebody on either side of him. The only one I really try to set somebody up across is somebody who does removal. I try to send Vandus across because he hurts them for doing that. So Archaon obviously wants to remove a lot of guys. So I don't know if that's good for him because I don't plan on playing a lot of guys across from this one. But to each their own. So we're going to put the knight here, so he again can maximize messing with guys. And we'll put Vorrus on the end. So Stormcast has a lot of good units. They lend themselves to more like control mid-range deck. Oh, that's an interesting placement. It's not where I put mine, but maybe there's more spells in this deck, so. So yeah, Order tries to control lanes. You know, you can't play abilities here, you can't put units here, which is very interesting. You know, this guy kind of poster child, you know, can't deploy units, so you kind of shut down an entire lane. And I mean, I guess we can start that way. Yeah, why not? So it looks like we have an ability here. So what we'll do is we'll try to shut off this side of the board so that he can't progress the champions. With my, at least my experience with Chaos is that your Chaos champions can rotate pretty quickly. So we're going to try to prevent that from happening. I'm going to try to keep Archaon on that removal quest of his, not kind of play into that. Alright, play this guy here. We're going to follow up with some damage here to progress that quest. So he's got 2 more to go. We will need to draw here, so it's kind of going to depend on what he plays. Ultimately, I would have probably played this on the first turn, so that they rotate together, kind of thing. But I wanted to see if I could draw some more action. Alright, so when the Mystic Shield comes down, it's kind of a good opportunity to you yourself draw some cards. You don't have to get the maximum value for Vorrus's Heroic. Restarting it now would kind of blank their Mystic Shield and also make it so that there's no more people in this lane. But that's okay. I'm going to just draw a couple, get some more action here. I like having a Divine Vengeance in hand. Now I might want to actually play into Archaon, because if I do, he'll get his first corner off with a unit, and then when I do the Vengeance, he will get his second off with an ability. So it's kind of a good trap, you know. So I think we'll do that next turn. Assuming that they do something on their turn. I'm assuming. There we go. Some little thought process, it's okay. Flamer's an interesting card. Unopposed, 7 damage after a couple of rotations is pretty darn good. So what we're going to do here is again, so the Flamer is going to rotate off, which will give me, which would make the Raptor a threat, so he has to play a unit there. I don't know if I want to take a ton of damage from, well, I mean, I'm just going to take essentially the first 3. So I'm putting this guy right next to him. They can rotate together. And we'll see how that works out. This guy as well is going to get his 4 damage off. And then I'm kind of setting up for a pretty bonkers Vorrus. Again, I'm kind of hoping that he removes. You know, it's a great opportunity. I also have it next to the Knight Heralder, so that I can, there we go. Yeah. So, felt like he benefited by drawing a card. But then that just sets us up to play Divine Vengeance. And that rotates him. Boom. Alright. We're going to draw here. Okay, this is a great candidate to put right in the middle there. Nullified the Flamer damage. So what the Flamer does is that he does 3 and 4, but it matches up to what it's across from. So obviously you can see here Celestial Protector's on the 1, so it kind of nullifies the damage it can do. Unopposed, 7 damage. Really good card. But yeah. So you can set up, if you can set up across from a wizard, fantastic. Because very rarely does a wizard have, you know, something rotating with 1s on it or something. Usually have a big spell going or something. Alright, clearly doing some thinking here. Got another Flamer. So I think I'm just going to play the Hurricane Raptors to get some damage going, and then kind of just draw so that I can get that final quest done. I am a big fan of Lord of the Host. Doesn't do a ton of work in this deck because Vorrus is the only one that can play it, but I use it extensively in another order deck that I play that has 2 guys that are both over 7. And I'll show you that one at a later time. So he's kept a pretty full grip the entire time. He's got 6 cards in hand. If you guys don't know, the little eyeball here, you hold on the eyeball, and it tells you, you know, how much they have in their hand, how much you have in your deck. So, alright, some more mitigation for him. Sure. So, I'm trying to think if I want to rotate back now. And I think I do. I want to get some more cards in my hand. There we go. Alright. Get some removal. That is going to help. Triumphant Smash's second ability. That rotates you back. Is very useful. Kind of went against the grain like I normally do. I usually, play one, draw one kind of thing. But the benefit of Stormcast is that a lot of their units take a long time to rotate. You know, like 4 corners and whatnot. So that kind of gives you an option to sit back sometimes. All right, yeah, I assume he's... Oh, no last stand into a demon. Well, that's interesting. All right, yeah, because Archaon's almost done. So, with his blessing is about to pop. Oh, but the Raptors stopped him. Maybe? Yeah. Go Raptors. So that's why we did that. Alright, did some more damage there. I will put down a... You know what? I'm going to use this opportunity to draw the 2 that I need. See what we got. Some damage, and another guy. Perfect. So the other guy is going to go on Nate Azorius. Now you'll notice that I could have left him open to get that Ren damage to go through, but we've already seen 2 Mystic Shields. People usually play 2, not 3. I feel like he's searching for answers because he knows I just have a ton of damage. So yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is just see what we're hiding here. And that's a good card. So what we're going to do is we're going to move him forward so that he can benefit from both the blessing and the protector next to him. Do some good damage. And that's what Stormcast can do too. When you have heroics, granted you're not drawing, but if you have a decent hand, like in my hand I've got mitigation, I've got healing and restarting, I've got removal, and I've got damage. So I've got a good hand. And as long as I have units on the board, I can maintain my board state. And that's pretty important. He can continue doing what he wants to do, but I'm always going to have some stuff. So, taking some damage here, but now you can kind of see where this is, yeah, going to hurt. So I think the play here is to get that last 3 damage off. Granted, I'll get it next turn, but he's got this coming. So, you know what? We're not even going to be cute. We're just going to shoot you in the head. And there you go. So, don't need to draw a lot with at least this specific order deck. I would consider this like a order aggro. And because you can get a lot of value with both Vorrus and some of their abilities that let you rotate back or rotate forward, you can really change how your board is. One of my most favorite things to do is with the long shot, who does damage when there's nobody, who does more damage when there's nobody across or the champion disengaged, is you put him next to your Heralder, and your heroic act him, and it instantly get that 4 damage. Now, the knee-jerk reaction is to place somebody to cross-form him, and I'll throw him on the screen here so you guys can see who I'm talking about. It would be this guy. So, the knee-jerk reaction after he rotates and hits that for that 4 is, oh wow, I gotta put somebody in front of that guy. Well, now, if you're holding the Triumphant Smash, your Triumphant Smash removes that guy and then rotates you back onto your damage corner to do another 4. So you can really pump out some damage in a very short amount of time with the same card, which added value. So that's my order aggro deck. I'll probably play it a couple more times on the channel. If you guys have any suggestions as to what you'd like to see played or even created, maybe we'll do some brainstorming and kind of see if it works. But leave that in the comments. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see all you guys later. Roxors your Boxors.